What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be doing a cost breakdown on how much money I have spent on my Toyota Corolla. I'm going to go over how much money I bought the car for, and then I'm going to go over all the exterior mods and how much I've spent on all of those. And then I'm going to go inside the car, show all the interior modifications and things I bought for it, and then also I'm going to go over all the performance mods and how much I've spent on all that so far. So with that all being said, let's get this video started. Alright you guys, so to talk about how much money I bought the car for, I paid $4,500 for this car, and I ended up buying it from a dealership, so there was some taxes and some fees on it, and after all that, I paid $5,300 for this car, which is not bad. It had 115,000 miles on it, so for a Corolla like this, was not bad at all. Alright, so let's get to the first one. First one is going to be the wheels. The wheels and the tires, I paid $1,500 for all new wheels and tires for this car. The old ones were just crap, so I needed new tires anyways, so I ended up just buying new tires and wheels at the same time. I ordered them online and I got them shipped to me, and like I said, $1,500 for the wheels. These are niche wheels if you're interested. Alright, then one of the next mods I've done, mods or maintenance item, you can kind of say. I needed to replace the brakes when I bought this car, so I ended up buying some drilled and slotted rotors, and I paid $170 for the front two drilled and slotted rotors and the pads for them. Alright, so another mod I did was Rev 9 coilovers, obviously front and back. You can't really see them much. You can kind of see them back there. Those were $500, so they were more on the cheaper side compared to all the other coilovers. I've had them on for about a year now, probably over a year, with more than 15,000 miles, and I have no complaints about them whatsoever. Then the next exterior mod that I have done is window tint, front and back, and the rear window here. I got 15%, and the shop that I went to charged me about $150 to install this, and I got 15% all around. And it makes the car look good. And then the next mod that I've done is I installed these AVS in-channel visors. They look good, they're very functional, and I only paid $50 for the window visors. And remember guys, I'm going to be trying to leave links to all these products that I have bought down below. Most of them I got from Amazon, so they're very easy to get. Alright guys, so let's hop to the back of the car now. So in the back, I bought this painted spoiler from a Corolla S. I paid $115 and it came painted to the color that I needed to. So that was really nice about that. Some of them are very expensive when you need to get them painted, but this was only $115 painted. And then also talking about the spoiler, this vinyl decal right here, I bought after I bought the spoiler, and that was $10, so pretty cheap, and I think makes the car look really nice as well. So, but yeah, that was only $10, super cheap. It makes the back of the car look good, and I believe these come in a few different things too. If you want to say slightly different things, I believe the seller on eBay has it say TRD Corolla S and something else if you wanted to get that. So then the next thing, I blacked out the other front badge too, and I did a can of Hyper Dip, the glossy Hyper Dip. This was $25, so pretty cheap mod, makes the car look a lot different, so definitely recommend it. The Hyper Dip seems to be holding up pretty good, have no complaints about it. Alright, and then one of the other modifications I've done in the back, I tinted the factory taillights. I used VHT, a can spray of the tint spray VHT, then I also clear coated them. That was about $10 of spray paint, so very cheap mod as well to do. Alright, and the next item on the list is these headlights. I bought the blacked out headlights. These headlights were nice, they look good. I put LED bulbs in them, makes them look really nice. But I have noticed that they're like chipping away, or the clear coat is really garbage on these I don't know if you guys can really pick that up much, but it is horrible. I've had these for maybe 6 months and they're already like cracking and fading really fast. And same with their peeling. I don't know if you guys can also see that, but they're peeling as well. But I ended up paying almost $100 for these. They're pretty cheap, but obviously really cheap according to the clear coat. So I might end up making another video sanding these down, making them look good, and putting a nice clear coat on them. And also remember, pretty much all these mods I'm showing I have videos on. So if you're curious about the lights or how to install them or anything like that, or putting the visors on, putting my spoiler on, I've made all videos on those things. So if you guys are curious on how to do it or how the installation process went, I'll be trying to leave links to all the videos too of all my installations I've done to these. So let's get to the next item. All right, and then the next one are these fog lights, and then also the daytime running light, and then turn signal as well that I ended up installing. So the fog lights themselves, I spent $60, and then the sequential turn signals I spent $15 on. So altogether here's about 75 bucks. All right, so that was all the exterior mods done to the car. After adding all of it up, I spent $2,740 on just the exterior mods of the car. So that was all the wheels, the brakes, any visual modifications on the outside. So now let's jump into the inside. All right, so jumping into the inside of the car. I haven't done much to the inside of this car. Pretty basic, but there are a few things that I have done, so I thought I would include them into this video. I mean, one of the biggest things I have done is install this touchscreen. I ordered this off of Amazon and I paid $125 for it. Pretty cheap for what it is. I've had it in for over a year and I love it. Then the next thing I've done, sorry if the sun is in your eyes, I've installed this Vantrue dash cam just recently, probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's been working great for me so far. And I spent $165 on this. I got it on sale, so it was a Black Friday deal. I'm not sure if it's still gonna be the same thing, but yeah, I bought it for about $165. And then one of my recent videos, I literally just did this last week, I installed some Sparco aluminum pedals. I love them, they've been working great. They feel good on the feet. They're not slippery. I thought they were gonna be slippery, but they've actually been working pretty good. The only thing I would have to say about it is they are kind of close together, so if you have big feet, they might be a big problem, but that's the only issue I have, is you got to get used to the spacing of them. So, but with all that being said, I spent $40 on these, so not too bad. All right, and hopping into the trunk. I haven't really done much in here, but I wanted to show you. I did install a sub and amp combo. So the sub and amp are all one piece. The amp is built right into the sub box. I got this from Rockville, and I paid altogether $200 for all this. And then while we're back here, I'll show you, when I bought the radio, I also installed a backup camera. This one mounted where the light was, and it works pretty good. So, and that right there, I paid $20 for. Alright, and also something obviously you can't see, but I installed a Diode Dynamics flasher relay underneath all these panels. I had a video of me doing that, so if you want to see that, I'll have a link down below. And that Diode Dynamics flasher relay gets rid of the hyper flash, so that way when you put LEDs around, you do not get the hyper flash. So, and that right there I paid $50 for. Alright, and the last interior thing I have bought for this car were these Weston floor mats. I don't exactly remember where I ordered these from. I bought them as soon as I bought the car because they had no floor mats at all. And I believe I paid $60 for these, for the front, back, and the rear. I know they're very cheap and I already have complaints about them, and I'm looking for some new ones. So, but that was also something I bought when I bought the car. Alright, so with all the interior mods that I just showed, I spent $700 on just the inside of my car, which included the radio, the backup camera, the sub and amp, and the floor mats and stuff like that. So I ended up spending $700 on the inside of my car. Alright, so let's move on to performance mods. I don't have many of them, but let me show you what I got. Alright, so one of the first engine mods I did to this car was a engine cold air intake. The filter literally runs down into the bumper, so it's a actual cold air intake. It's not like a short ram or anything like that. So with that being said, I spent $240 on this thing. Do I think it's worth that? I'm not sure. I mean, I know I bought it on a little bit of a sale, but I didn't notice much of a power difference in here. But I do love the sound, so one of the biggest things about getting cold air intake is it does sound really good. So alright, so another performance mod that I have done to the car is a COROLLA catback exhaust. I love this thing. It sounds really good. It's not raspy at all. It is a little expensive, but I think it's worth it. I spent $350 on this exhaust. Alright, so one of the next mods I have done, I know it's going to be really hard to see, but they are back there. They are the headers. I bought these, they're DNA headers, and I bought these and they were DNA headers, and I spent about $100 on them. I know they're very cheap, but I was just trying to look for some type of exhaust fix because I did have an exhaust leak on those, so I ended up just buying those, and they are supposed to be a performance upgrade. So, and did I notice any power difference? Probably a little bit, but not massive. So, but for $100, can't say no to that. Then the next thing I have done was I installed a short throw shifter. I don't know if I should have included this in the interior or not, but installed a monkey wrench short throw shifter, and that was $80. That was a very well worth $80. I totally would recommend getting the short throw shifter if you have this Corolla or any other manual car. I would recommend a short throw shifter. And then to go along with the short throw shifter, I installed the shifter bushings from Monkey Wrench as well. I don't know how good you guys will be able to see them, but they are solid brass bushings that I ended up installing in here, and they fit really good, and they make the shifter feel like more direct, like you feel every shift inside of it. So that was well worth it, and with those I only paid $20. So if you're gonna order the short throw shifter, then I would definitely recommend throw these bushings in there for it. Alright, so that was pretty much all the mods and things I have done to my car. This is a breakdown of everything I've done to it. So, and I hope that you've been keeping track like I have. I've been taking notes on everything. And so with all the mods being said, of all the exterior mods, the interior mods, and the performance mods that I've done to this car, I have spent a total of $4,230 on this car. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but after I added all of them up, that was what the total ended up being. What do you guys think? Was that way too much money on this car? Not enough money on this car? I don't know. I mean, knowing how much I bought the car for, I've almost put just about as much money in modifications and other things that I needed to do as the car was worth. So, I don't know, you guys tell me. Alright, so with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and see all the other videos I've made about this car. So pretty much everything I've gone over in this video, I have either made a video about, talked about, or shown on my channel. So if you guys are new, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.